Welcome to part 6 of the series on mixing. Last time we have talked about the reverb plugin in general. We have had a look at the different parameters of the effect and different methods of applying it to the tracks. Today I want to add reverb to the instruments overall to create a room that is lost when recording. I also want to probably use the trumpet with an extra reverb on it to make it sound a little softer and bring it better into the mix. So regarding the mix, we have used equalizer already, we have used panning, and we have used the volume faders to get a balance between the instruments. Right here I'm going through all the tracks to give you an overview about over what we have done so far. As you can see, most tracks already have equalizer on them. Right here we're in the trumpet group. This is the EQ for the trumpet. The trumpet itself, each track has no EQ. Here's the EQ for the piano. Then we have the cello. And then we have the drums. And the drums might still need some work. This is a basic low cut. We might still do something with that. Now to see how the volume levels are, we're gonna listen to a small section of the song and maybe go into some volume editing afterwards. So the balance between the instruments is kind of okay. The piano is way too soft, I think, and that we have to fix. Also, it sounds a little flatter than the other instruments, and we might have to go and look at the equalizer one more time to bring out the frequencies that are missing. So now I have adjusted the equalizer a little bit, basically made the bell a little wider to feature more of the high frequencies of the piano. And next we're going to look into the volumes of the instruments. Instead of turning up the piano, because I have turned up the group all the way already, I'm going to turn down other instruments. We still have the piano tracks themselves, we can turn them up a little maybe. But in general, I want to keep some headroom in the mix, and that's why we're going to bring down the volume of the other instruments until the piano sounds loud enough. Okay, I'm gonna skip the piano solo for now and jump to this place right here, and we're gonna have a listen and see if volume is okay now. Okay, that's close enough for now. The piano is a little better in the mix, and that is important when we want to hear the reverb that we're gonna apply to all the instruments. It's important to have a rough balance at least that you're satisfied with, and where you can actually hear the reverb and hear the room coming in. And the trumpet sounds a little sharp, and that's why we're gonna use a reverb on it. It doesn't really have to do with the EQ, I guess. It has more to do with the fact that trumpet in general is a very direct instrument. Sounds really loud when I turn it up all the way, and not very nice to the ear. So by applying a reverb, I can put it a little more in the mix, by making it sound a little wetter and a little more indirect. I'm also adding a FX channel track to have a reverb in place. We're going to use the isotope ozone. Will take a minute to load. And that is the channel where all the other instruments, also the trumpet, will be sent to. And this will be our room reverb. For now I've bypassed the plugin, and what we're going to do first is send signals from each group channel track to the FX channel track. So basically we're going to split up the signal, that we have only the reverb under our control, and the group tracks themselves are not really influenced for now. So we're going to do this by using the send option right here, and going to turn up the send signal to 0 dB always. Okay, so now all these tracks right here have a signal sent to the FX channel track where the reverb is on, and this will add our room. Now to add room we have to adjust the reverb, of course, especially because it's affecting all the tracks at once, so low frequencies, high frequencies, everything. We're going to turn on the interface of the reverb, and first we're going to bring down the dry mix all the way and turn up the wet mix, so no dry signal gets through. This is very important so we can control the volume of the reverb with the volume fader of the channel. Next up, I want to select a room. So these are different presets basically of reverbs that we can use and then adjust to our liking. And we're going to select the room first. Let's have a listen. So now we have to fine-tune the reverb. We're going to do that by using the drum group only, because I don't want low frequencies to pass the reverb. I only want a natural sounding room. Okay, so as you can hear, everything sounds a little muddy, which is because of the low frequencies in the signal, in the reverb. We're gonna cut them right here to get the lows, in general, the kick drum, the toms, a little more isolated. I'm also gonna bring down the low decay to have a little less spread in the reverb signal. And now to get the exact sound that we want, we're gonna play back the drums and adjust the reverb while they are playing. So that is our room reverb now. I added a little pre-delay and I made a very subtle high cut. And overall, the room shouldn't be too present. It should be a more passive effect that we cannot really hear, but it somehow adds depth to the instruments. And next time we will look at the trumpet and add a reverb to this individual instrument. Until then, thank you for watching and goodbye.